I was worried you broke my reputation, but I figured it's not on me. Yeah. The way you're making me shiver, your hands on myself, I keep pulling the trigger, alright. This very finger for people like them. Oh no.
Welcome back. So today I'm sharing with you my Nordstrom anniversary sale order, and I know I've shared bits and pieces here and there, but this is basically the bulk of my main order. So I do have quite a few items here with me. My shopping bag is looking a little bit worse for wear, but it's traveled a long way, so I'm not going to hold it against it. But yeah, so this is kind of a mixed bag if I'm being honest with you. Some of the items are really great, I'm so excited about. Some of the items are a little bit more questionable, so I'm going to be giving you my honest thoughts and honest reviews on all these items. I hope you guys enjoy this, and let's get started. So first up is this adorable coat, and I am so excited about this. I think it is absolutely gorgeous, and I looked for photos of people wearing this or trying on. I couldn't find anything, so it was definitely a little bit of a gamble, and this was actually one I added on later, but I'm so happy that I went for it. It is absolutely gorgeous, and if there was basically a season in a jacket or coat, I feel like this would be it, because it is just all the autumnal vibes. And it's just stunning. So you have this really nice kind of base cream, but then you have little flecks of black and brown all the way through. It's a really nice, very wearable check. You do have pockets on either side there. And then you have this insanely gorgeous, like royal blue lining. It is so lovely. It's very silky as well. So it's very comfortable to wear. It is a double-breasted style, and I do think it's supposed to be quite oversized by its nature. So if you are in between sizes and you did want something that fit a little bit closer, maybe size down. I went for my normal size, and I'm happy with the oversized look of it. But I just thought this was adorable. I think it's going to be so cute with a nice chunky knit, and there is plenty of room for a knit as well. You can wear this with jeans, you can wear it with skirts, like so many different styling options. And I just think it is the cutest thing ever, and it's just the most lovely cozy style for autumn. Next up are Ugg boots, and as soon as I saw these included in their sale, I knew I wanted to get them. I know they're not the most high fashion piece, but I love Ugg boots. I've worn them ever since I got my first pair, which I think was like 7 years ago, and I just wouldn't be without them. They are so comfortable, and the comfort just supersedes anything else. Just I really love wearing mine. So when I saw this version, I thought it was so cute. I went for the paler version. They have, I think, a black and more like their traditional, more tan colour. I went for this really pretty sandy colour, and on the one hand I think they are so cute. I'm really happy with the style. On the other hand, they are so hilariously large. I just don't even know what they were doing with their sizing, and I compared my size to all my other Ugg boots. I do have several pairs, so I made sure to get the right size, and these just fit so much larger than all the other ones. And not only do they fit larger, but they also just look huge. So yeah, like these are just the most enormous boots I own, I feel. The styling on them is super cute. You have that really lovely cozy lining. The quality seems to be completely on par with my full price Ugg boots too. You have this adorable little stitch detail right there. But these are just too big, like they're so huge. And I do wonder if it depends on the colorway that you get, because I did read one review that said to size half size up, whereas I cannot imagine that would be said of these ones. So if you're interested in these, size down, like definitely size down. I'm usually a 7.5. I usually take an 8 in all Ugg boots. I definitely could have gone for the 7 with these. So yeah, I do like them, but they are absolutely enormous. Like I feel they just look huge. So the good and the bad, but yeah, the sizing is definitely a little bit funky on these. And from a slightly questionable shoe purchase to an absolute slam dunk shoe purchase, these are so great. And I was a little bit worried about these because I didn't know if they would be a little bit young looking for me, or at least kind of my style. And they do have that puffy strap, but I think not only are they super cute, but they are so insanely comfortable. They are absolutely amazing, and all the reviews say the same thing, which is just, oh my goodness, like these are incredible in terms of comfort. You do have a fairly high heel, but it is a block heel, which I do think helps a lot. It's a very stable shoe too, but the main thing that just makes these next level comfortable is this amazing slightly puffy strap. But I don't feel like it's too much, it's not too exaggerated. Like you do have that puffy element, but I still feel like these are super wearable. and they are just so comfortable. Like, I would never guess that it has this kind of heel height on them. They fit absolutely perfectly as well. These fit true to size in my view, and I just love them and I'm so excited about them. I did read a few comments saying that they got these as their wedding shoes, and I totally get it because yeah, these are like that comfy. So happy with them. I think these come in black as well, and yeah, I am just over the moon with this. Like, such a great shoe buy, kind of minimal too. I do feel like they're gonna go with everything, and I'm just in love with this fit and the comfort level. And then next up, I do have this off the shoulder top, and this was actually one of the pieces that I was most excited about because I've been looking for this exact style for so long. It's fairly easy to find white off the shoulder tops in this kind of style, but in terms of this actual fold over style, it's like surprisingly tricky, and I don't know why. So as soon as I saw this, I added it to my wish list, and it's just fantastic. Like, I'm so happy with it. I love the detail, the fit of it. It's very soft as well, so there's a good amount of stretch to it. Very cozy to wear. You have this really nice rib detailing, but it's not overly clingy at all because you do have enough thickness to the fabric. And it just kind of fits like a dream, exactly what I wanted. It's not a stark white, so I would say that it's definitely more of an ivory, but this is pretty much exactly what I wanted. I am so thrilled with it, and I just think it's adorable. And now for what is probably my least favorite Enzel purchase to date, and I think this one's probably body specific because this actually only has one review, but it's a 5-star review, and the reviewer just absolutely loved it, whereas I absolutely hate this. So I think it's going to depend on your body type. On me, this just isn't flattering, and I feel like this kind of fit and style is usually flattering on me. I do like a fit and flare style because I am a little bit more bottom heavy, so generally speaking it's a fail-safe style for me. But this one is just cut really awkwardly, at least for my body shape. So it's cut like weirdly high, so it kind of gives apron-ish vibes, which is generally not what I go for. But more specifically, it also is cut very weird under the armpits, so a little bit more skin than usual is showing, but it kind of just bulges your skin out a little bit, and it's just like not flattering in any way. If I remove the top bit, the skirt is absolutely fine. It's just a standard fit and flare style, so my issue with it is really just the top bit. I don't think that it would massively be fixed either by sizing up because the rest of the dress fits just fine. I think everything else would be too big. But yeah, I just don't think that this is made for my body shape. So maybe if you're leaner / more toned than me, it would fit just absolutely fine. But for me, yeah, this was just a complete dud. Like, so not something that looks good on me, and yeah, definitely not a successful purchase. And now my Treasure and Bond sweater, and I have raved about these for a while now, but they really are a great sweater purchase, and I was really excited to get this one. And it just lives up to the hype. Like, it's exactly what I wanted. It's just a really nice, affordable, chunky knit. It's not anything fancy, you know, it is just very simple. It's got a simple crew neck. It is a little bit oversized, but nothing too crazy. So just kind of that nice mid-weight, in-between sizing sweater. So I feel like it's gonna be really versatile. It's very soft in terms of the fabric as well. These do wash well and wear well. Like, I've had a few sweaters from them and they do really last. And I just love this colorway. I feel like it's a really nice shade of brown. It's not too orange, it's not too pale, like, it's just right. This one is a speckle design, so you actually have little speckles all the way through, which is just a nice little touch. I feel like it adds a little bit of a textural element. It's just kind of perfect. So this is just a complete win for me. I knew I'd like it because I do have the same version from last year in a lighter colour, and this colour is just absolutely lovely. I am so happy with it, and I just think these are the best buy. Next up is this halogen shirt, and I specifically got a few workwear pieces. We're beginning to have more in-person meetings again, and I haven't updated my workwear wardrobe in literally years, so I wanted to get a few key pieces. I got this black shirt and I thought it was kind of a safe bet, but the sizing on this is just off. Like, it does fit, but only just, and it's really quite tight around the bust area, and I am not big busted at all. So if you're interested in this, I would definitely say to size up 1, maybe even 2 if you do have more going on around the chest area. Apart from that, I do think it's a nice style. Like, I like the fact that you have pockets right there on the chest. It is like a proper pocket as well. It just adds kind of a utility style to it, which is really nice. You have this little button effect right there on the sleeves, so you can properly roll the sleeves up and fasten them in place, which I always really appreciate because I love rolling my sleeves up. And it's just a really nice solid basic, but yeah, the sizing is just completely crazy. I do wonder, I feel like this is a consistent problem with the end sale and their sizing. I just wonder if they kind of rush through the fit measurements and just the sample process of this to get it ready for the end sale, because yeah, like there is some crazy sizing going on. But if you can get your right size, I do think this is a really nice one and just a really nice kind of classic piece. And then I do have my very Chanel inspired tweed slingbacks, and this was a purchase that I was really excited about, but I did think that there was a high chance that this might be a complete dud. But actually I really like these. These definitely do have iffy reviews, but I think that's mainly for the camel tone ones. This is obviously the tweed one, and I think in terms of styling, they've nailed it. Like, they look so similar to the Chanel ones, which have been on my wish list for so long, but I just cannot bring myself to spend that much money on a pair of shoes. Like, Chanel shoes are just insanely priced, as are most things from Chanel, but yeah, I just couldn't do it. Whereas I feel like this is such a close match. So you do have the black and white tweed all the way through the body, but it does also have a metallic thread running throughout. Super, super pretty. You have a leather cap toe, and then you also have a leather block heel too. They are really nice. I feel like they look very elegant on, and when I was looking at the pictures, I didn't know if they'd be a bit too furry and textural, whereas actually I think they're kind of perfect. You have a little bit of a cutout detail right there, which I also think is really nice. And I think these are gorgeous. Like, I'm really happy about them. Next up is this absolutely stunning blouse, and I can't say this was one of the items that I was like, oh my goodness, I have to have it right now, but I thought it might be a really solid blouse basic. But actually I think it's so nice. Like, I absolutely love the fit and the overall style of it. It's very sharp looking. It actually reminds me a little bit of Julia Roberts' Oscar dress from way back when, but I love the contrast trim. It's so nice. You have a deep v-neck, but you have that little panel of white fabric right there. You have the contrast white trim that runs all the way through. It's a very silky black fabric. It fits true to size for me, maybe a little bit on the large side, but nothing too crazy. And I just think it's gorgeous, and I feel like this is actually the kind of thing that you could absolutely wear to the office, but I also think it's going to look good with jeans if you want to dress it up for date night too. Really beautiful, and yeah, just a complete surprise winner for me. I think it's so nice, and the quality seems to be so nice too. And then I do have two skirts I added on last minute. I'm so happy that I did. So the first one is a sweater skirt, and I was a little bit iffy about this one because I love the style of sweater skirts, but I don't find them always that easy to wear, and some of them are just plain unflattering, especially around the stomach area, which is definitely not an area that you want it to be unflattering. And yeah, I just really wasn't sure, but this is so nice, so flattering. It skims rather than clings. You have a little bit of extra room around the stomach area too, which I just feel like is the most flattering way of doing this kind of skirt. You do have slits on both sides, which is so nice because it gives you a lot of freedom, but you also show a little bit of leg. And I just think this is so, so nice. You do have a kind of like mid-grey. It's not too dark, not too light. It does have a very small cable knit design all the way through, and just really cozy and very, very comfortable. It does have a zip on the side, but there is a little bit of stretch too, which I feel like is kind of the best of both worlds. And this was just like a surprising win for me, very unexpectedly flattering. And yeah, I just love this. And then I do have this absolutely stunning vince skirt, which I'm just so happy about. This is definitely more of a workwear one, so definitely more of a smarter style, but I just love it. Like, the color is just stunning. It's a really nice kind of wine shade. Really, really pretty. There is a ton of stretch to it as well. I did size down in this one. The reviews said that it does run big. I would agree, so I'm very happy that I sized down. It has this really unusual kind of crinkle texture, which if you would have described it to me, I don't think I would have liked that much, but actually I think this works really nicely on the skirt. A good amount of stretch, so incredibly flattering too. Like, again, it just doesn't cling at all. It just kind of fits in the right places. And I just love this, like an absolute win. I'm surprised I didn't hear more about this in the end sale in general. But yeah, I am so happy with this. I just think it's stunning, and they just nailed it with the fit. And then I did just get one more pencil skirt, and I basically just wanted a nice updated simple black pencil skirt. I was not expecting this kind of fabric. It's a scuba fabric, but it's not, if you know ASOS Scuba, I know that's quite a specific reference, but their one feels very foamy, whereas this, it feels like scuba but with some silkiness added in. Like, it's really, really nice. and it's just like the softest fabric ever. I've never felt any kind of fabric like this before, but I'm here for it. Like, it's really lovely to touch, and it fits very, very nicely as well. It's just kind of a very simple style, so just a straight kind of black pencil skirt, but it's actually very easy to walk in despite there being no slit, because you do have so much stretch with this fabric, but at the same time it kind of holds you in as well. I absolutely love this. I don't know what kind of weird fabric it is, but it's very, very nice. And yeah, I'm a huge fan of this. So I feel like I completely lucked out with the skirt selection this year. Love all my pieces, and yeah, I'm just super thrilled with them. And then next up is my Barefoot Dreams cardigan, and this just has hilariously bad reviews. Like, everyone seemed to hate this cardigan, but I kind of love mine. Like, I'm the anomaly here. And most of the reviews did seem to say that the buttonholes are too small for the buttons, which just isn't really the case with my one. Like, it kind of goes in and out absolutely fine. I don't know if it's true of specific colors though. Maybe of the other ones, like, that's true, but for me, like, the buttons go in just fine. They may be a tiny bit small, but nothing I would have noticed had it not been pointed out. So yeah, so maybe the other ones are bad. I really like mine. It's definitely a looser sweater. It's really cozy though, very lightweight while still being cozy, because some of the Barefoot Dreams items are so heavy. That's not the case with this one. Definitely more of a casual one. So for me, this is more of a loungewear piece, but despite being pretty much the only person that likes this, I think it's really lovely. I think it's a good price, and yeah, I just live in my Barefoot Dreams items, so happy to be a band of one. I just think this is gorgeous. And then ending on a high note, my Moonlight pajamas. I love these. I got the short version in a few days ago. Those are also great, and now I have the kind of full length version, and I think these are pretty wonderful too. I do think these sold out really quickly, but if they happen to do a restock, or if you find them in a local store, I would definitely recommend checking these out, because they're just lovely. Like, really soft. They have the right amount of looseness without being too baggy and unflattering, and they're just so cozy and comfortable. And these are just like a slam dunk for me. I got the size small. I feel like I could have probably sized down too, so I think there's a little bit of wiggle room in terms of the sizing, but yeah, I would definitely make a beeline for these if you do happen to see them. In terms of restocks, I have been adding items to my wish list, and if you use the LTK app, you can also favorite the items, and then you get notified if items come back in stock too. Both are really good ways of being notified. I've seen a couple of items that I had my eye on that I got to too late. They've now been restocked. So they are doing restocks as returns go in and that sort of thing. So definitely a worthy contender for a wish list item, I would say. I just love mine. I feel like Nordstrom just completely nailed it with this style this year. So that wraps up this video, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. As usual, I will include links to everything I featured in the description section below. I will also pop in both my sizes and any size guides too, for when the sizing is a little bit crazy, which it is for a lot of these items. If you have any other questions for me, then leave me a comment, and if you enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up. As always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.